So good day everyone. Today I'll be discussing sample problems for enhancement. So let's start. Number 46. The flash chamber in a single stage simple vapor compression cycle serves to A. Increase the refrigerating effect. B. Decrease the refrigerating effect. C. Increase the compressor pressure ratio. Or D. Reduce the size of evaporator. So for this problem, the correct answer would be letter D, to reduce the size of evaporator. Why? Uh, a flash chamber separates the liquid and vapor refrigerant after expansion. It removes some vapor before the refrigerant enters the evaporator. So less refrigerant needs to pass through the evaporator. So therefore, it is letter D, reduce the size of evaporator. Next, the vapor compression refrigeration cycle operates on reserved A. Rankine cycle, B. Joule's cycle, C. Atkinson cycle, or D. Erickson cycle. For this problem, it's letter A. Rankine cycle. So I will explain. Since uh, the vapor compression ratio, the vapor compression refrigeration cycle is basically the reverse of the Rankine cycle. Instead of producing work, it uses work through the compressor to produce a cooling effect. So, vapor compression refrigeration operates on reverse at letter A, Rankine cycle. Next, the sequential order of different components of a vapor compression refrigeration system is A. Compressor, condenser, throttle valve, evaporator. B. Compressor, throttle valve, evaporator, condenser. C. Compressor, evaporator, throttle valve, condenser. Or D. Compressor, throttle valve, condenser, evaporator. So the correct answer would be letter A. Uh, so the refrigerant first enters the compressor, and then it goes to the condenser to reject heat. Then next it passes through the throttle valve where its pressure drops, and then finally enters siya sa evaporator where it absorbs heat and produces cooling. So letter A. Process. Next, number 49. In our refrigeration system, expansion valve is incorporated between A. Evaporator and compressor, B. Condenser and evaporator, C. Compressor and condenser, or D. Superheater and subcooler. So for the correct answer would be letter B, condenser and evaporator, since the expansion valve is between the condenser and the evaporator. Its main job is to reduce the refrigerant pressure, and it controls its flow before it enters the evaporator. So letter B, condenser and evaporator. Next, a capillary tube is used in a small refrigerator to serve the purpose of A. Thermostat, B. Expansion valve, C. Dryer, or D. Evaporator. So for number 50, the correct answer will be expansion valve. Why? Since it reduces the pressure of a refrigerant before it enters the evaporator. It is commonly used in small refrigeration system because it's simple and inexpensive. So B, expansion valve. Next, number 51, last sample problem for today. And in a vapor compression refrigeration system, a throttle valve is used in a place where expander, or in a place of expander because it leads to significant cost reduction. B, it considerably reduces the system work. C, positive work is in isentropic expansion of liquid is very small, or D, improves COP. For this question, number 51, the correct answer would be letter C. Positive work in isentropic expansion of liquid is very small. Why? Since liquid refrigerant produces very little useful work when expanded. So using an expander would not be worth its cost and complexity. A throttle valve is simpler and cheaper. So, ano itong gamiton? So, letter C. So, uh, that's all. Thank you for listening. Bye.